So I know I'm not the only one, but we all have those games that no matter how hard we try, we just keep going back to it. You know, just something about the game that makes it entertaining a year, 2 years, 6 months. You know, it could be decades later, and you still just want to continue to play it. These are my top 5 games I cannot get away from. Microsoft Flight Simulator. You know, this is a terrific game. It's one of those games that, you know, it's fun to just sit down and just fly. You know, just go out, fly around, and explore the world from the comfort of your own chair. You know, it has VR support. The graphics are terrific, very real life looking. It's very, very scenic. You know, it's just, you can go check out Italy if you want, and then immediately go to, Puerto Rico. And after that, you could head your way up to Canada. It's just, the ability to go anywhere in the world makes it fantastic. And then, of course, if you're lucky enough to have some flight controllers and a VR together, oh, that is like the ultimate simulator. So Microsoft Flight Sim has definitely got to be my number 5 spot. Scrap Mechanic. Scrap Mechanic is a very, very fun game. Maybe it's just me, but I love the engineering aspect of it. You can build just about anything that you want, get creative. It has the survival and horde kind of aspects to it, to where you actually have a challenge to work on every day and continue to build your farm and just survive as long as you can. The workshop, so the Steam Workshop, is a huge asset to this game. The community is absolutely great. You know, people come up with terrific ideas. They're sharing them onto the workshop. You can download it. There's a lot of mods that you can get for the game. It is just kind of your all-around fun game, and it's one that I cannot seem to ever step away from. So this definitely has to be my number 4. All right, No Man's Sky. Man, what can I tell you about this? So from a game that had probably one of the rockiest starts ever, they have picked themselves up by the strap of their boots, and they have done a terrific job with this game. You know, what's better than exploring out in space? And you literally have like billions, if not trillions, of planets and galaxies that you can explore. There is never a chance you're going to run into the same galaxy you've ran into. It is literally endless. The graphics have been greatly improved on this game, and it runs very smooth, even for my computer, which is only running on a RX 580. It handles it very well. It does have VR support, which is probably one of the coolest things ever, being in your spaceship in VR and feel like you're flying through space. That is just completely the coolest thing ever. And then lastly, they continue to do improvements to this game and free updates. They realized that a mistake was made way back in the beginning, and they have been working diligently to keep that from happening again in the future. And I really just got to give my hats off to Hello Games, because they have done a fantastic job on this. All right, and so my number 2 spot actually has to be Ark. Ark is a game that just kind of has it all. It's a game that I can never seem to get away from. The base building in this game is phenomenal. You know, one of my favorite aspects is going out and just taming animals, exploring the world, finding different types of animals, ones that look cool, ones that are high strength, and just starting kind of like my own farm of different type of dinos. The scenery in the game is fantastic. It's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful game. The mods that are available for this game are insane, especially if you work or if you're playing with large servers. They're able to expand on those servers, and you can get a different experience in every server that you go to. And then speaking of servers, the community. You know, the community for Ark is absolutely fantastic. People are a pleasure to play with. They're helpful, especially if you get into some of these kind of private servers. And speaking of private servers, if you have not, you got to check out Medusa servers. You can look it up on Discord, through Steam, so you can get the mod list, be able to download all the mods. It is a terrific community. I highly recommend it to everybody. Just check it up on your PC. All right, my number one spot. That has to be 7 Days to Die. This is a game that I've been playing for years, and I'll try to get away from it. I'll play for a couple months, and then I'll take off and do something else, maybe play Ark for a while, but I always go back to it. And honestly, I think I compare a lot of games to 7 Days to Die. It is a fantastic game. The base building that you get to do in that game is just terrific. You can terraform the land, so you can build an underground bunker. The game never ends, because every 7 days you have a horde, and you have to continue to figure out, how can I protect myself in this apocalyptic world? You can loot, you can go anywhere. It's online, so you can play with friends. And then after, if you for somehow take over and complete everything in one world, it's got a auto-generation world, and you can just auto-generate a world and play a brand new world. There's a ton of updates that are constantly coming out. At this point, we're at, I think, 19.5, and they're getting ready to release Alpha 20, which comes with a lot of updates, a lot of cool improvements. It is definitely a game I highly suggest everybody to check out. I'd say out of all of the survival games out there, 7 Days to Die has to be the best. No competition, honestly. It has to be one of my favorite games. And if you have not checked out any mods on there, you have to check out the Darkness Falls mod for 7 Days to Die. It turns the game into a different type of game. Highly suggest playing that one. It's really addicting, really challenging as well, but you have to play the vanilla first, get used to it, and then play some Darkness Falls after that. Alright, you guys, so that is my list. Put down in the comments, what are your top 5 games? The games that, no matter what, you just keep coming back to. It could be console games, it could be PC, it could be, for the Switch or something. Whatever it is, put that down in the comments. I'm really curious to see, what games do you guys keep going back to? And who knows, maybe I'll try out one of those games for myself, because if it's good enough for one of you guys to go back, I think it's worth me trying out. So thank you guys for watching. If you have not, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And until I see you guys again, make sure you keep it simple, and keep the joysticks down. All right, take it easy. Bye.